Amigos, Ola, Stuart here with another video, and I've heard a lot of people say over the years that they would love to learn Spanish, but learning languages is just too hard for them. But the reality is that Spanish is actually one of the easiest languages in the world to learn. In fact, a lot of language experts say that you only need around 650 to 700 hours of learning Spanish until you reach fluency. That's a B2 or a C1 level. And if you compare that to Chinese or Arabic, for example, to get to a B1, B2 level, you need around 2,000 hours. So that's how easy Spanish is. So as you can see, learning Spanish isn't difficult, but what I would say is that a lot of people are learning it the wrong way. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys why learning Spanish isn't that hard and why most people give up before they realize just how achievable learning Spanish is. Let's get started. Now, one of the biggest advantages of Spanish is pronunciation. It is a very simple language to pronounce. And as English speakers, sometimes we don't realize this, but English for foreign learners is extremely difficult to learn because of pronunciation. For example, look at these four words in English: cough, though, through, and rough. Can you see a similarity? They look very similar, but they sound completely different. Cough, though, through, and rough. Imagine how difficult this is for non-English speakers to learn. Some more examples: ear, bear, heart. They all have the same three letters, E-A-R, but the pronunciation is completely different. But Spanish is almost completely phonetic, which makes it very easy to learn. Look at these examples: casa, mesa, cerveza, tomate. They are spelt exactly the way that they are pronounced. So once you learn vowels and a few consonant rules, you can pronounce almost any Spanish word that you read. For example, the vowels, very simple: a, e, I, o, u. In English, we have the same vowels, a, e, I, o, u, but we have different ways of pronouncing those vowels, whereas in Spanish, there's only 5 ways to pronounce those vowels: a, e, I, o, u. And that's it. Compare that to English, where even native speakers often struggle with spelling and pronunciation. This alone removes a huge learning barrier. Now, another thing that makes Spanish really easy is that it shares thousands of cognates with English, that is, words that look identical. For example, in English we say important, in Spanish they say importante. We say hospital, in Spanish they say hospital. We say animal, in Spanish they say animal. We say restaurant, in Spanish they say restaurante. We say different, in Spanish diferente. And if something for me is possible, for a Spanish-speaking person, es posible. So even when you start learning Spanish for the very first time, you'll recognize thousands of words without even studying. How simple is that? And here's an interesting fact for you. Linguistic experts estimate that around 30 to 40% of words in English have Latin roots, which means that they overlap with Spanish. So you're not learning from zero, you already have a huge advantage. Now, a lot of people think that Spanish grammar is complicated, but in many ways, it's more consistent than English grammar. For example, when we talk about plurals, and anybody who has learned English will know that plurals are not easy to learn. For example, child, children, person, people, mouse, mice. Try getting your head around those if you're not a native speaker of English. It's not easy. But in Spanish, it's way simpler. Casa, casas, coche, coches, amigo, amigos. All we're doing is adding an S or an ES to the end of the word. How simple is that? None of this fish, fish, or sheep, sheep rubbish when it comes to Spanish. It's very simple. Pez, peces, oveja, ovejas. So as I said, very simple and very predictable. And another positive about Spanish is that verb patterns also follow clear systems. For example, the verb to speak, hablar, hablo, hablas, habla, hablan, habláis, hablamos. And once you learn this pattern, you can apply it to thousands of verbs. And if we compare it to English verbs, for example, go, went, see, saw, think, thought, English is full of exceptions. Now, another reason Spanish is easier than people think, quite simple, exposure. Spanish nowadays is everywhere. Think music, think cinema, think television, restaurant, travel, friends and co-workers. And let's not forget the rise of popular artists, for example, Shakira, Bad Bunny, Enrique Iglesias, even though he might be a bit past it nowadays. All of these people have made music in the Spanish language a global phenomenon. When it comes to movies and television series, platforms like Netflix are putting out an incredible amount of content in the Spanish language nowadays. And you can see just how much Spanish content there is on Netflix nowadays with a simple search. It's unbelievable. And this constant exposure allows your brain to absorb the language naturally. Basically, the more you hear a language, the faster your brain absorbs it. So from now on, when you're watching platforms like Netflix, look for Spanish language content, leave it in the original version, put subtitles on in English or in Spanish if you need to, and away you go. How simple is it nowadays? Now this, unfortunately, is where a lot of people get stuck. They think that they need to speak Spanish perfectly. They think that they need to have perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, but communication doesn't work that way. If you say in Spanish, yo querer una cerveza, people are going to understand you perfectly. Is it a grammatically correct sentence? No, but the most important thing is that you've got your message across, and before you know it, you'll have a cold beer on the table. Even basic Spanish can take you incredibly far, and the majority of Spanish speakers are going to be very, very patient with you, especially here in Spain, because I've seen it firsthand, and I imagine it's also the case in Spanish-speaking America, that when people see that you're trying to make an effort, they appreciate it and they'll help you out. So don't try and be a perfectionist. Your Spanish doesn't have to be perfect. The most important thing is that you get the message across. ¿Entiendes? Now, a lot of people think that fluency in Spanish takes years, if not decades, but the fact of the matter is that you can get a decent level of conversational Spanish in less than a year. For example, with around 500 to 1,000 words, you can order food, you can ask for directions, you can have basic conversations, you can understand simple speech, and you can travel comfortably. Language learning in general, and especially in Spanish, follows the 80-20 rule. What's that, I hear you asking? Well, what it means is that a small amount of vocabulary, around 20%, is the vocabulary that's used all the time. And again, once you learn those common verbs or common words that people are using in the majority of their conversations on a daily basis, you'll see just how easy it is to put these words into practice, start getting understood, and start speaking Spanish. Now, the biggest reason people fail to learn Spanish isn't difficulty, and I think I spoke about this last week in a video that I put out. It's giving up too soon. The majority of learners quit after the first few months. It's like going to a gym for a lot of people. When they don't start seeing the results quickly, they give up. Why is this? Well, it's quite simple, because the beginning always seems quite slow to people. Again, it's all about results. I used that gym analogy before, and learning a language is exactly the same. When you don't see the results quickly, you give up, unfortunately. But if you persist, something interesting starts to happen. Suddenly, you start understanding conversations. Words start connecting. Spanish grammar starts to make sense. And all of a sudden, you have more confidence. Remember, language learning is not linear, and that progress often happens in sudden jumps. One day you think you're going nowhere, and the next, you're having basic conversations with people. So stick at it. So the moral of this story is that learning Spanish isn't about talent, it's about constant exposure and practice. You need to dedicate time every day to the main skills: listening, reading, and speaking, little by little. And over time, those small efforts will add up. And one day you'll realize that you're having a conversation in Spanish without having to translate everything in your head. And that's the moment that you'll realize that learning Spanish wasn't as hard as you thought. On that note, I'm going to wrap the video up. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on some of the things that I have mentioned today. And I would also love to know where you are at personally with your Spanish language journey. Let me know in that comment section below. And if you have any tips or advice to give to people that are starting out learning Spanish for the first time, please, that section is for you too. too. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next one, hasta luego from a sunny Spain.